Hey everybody, this is Tambeyoda, and today we have from Chogokin, this is GX-71 Voltron. Alright, so just real quickly, we're going to take a look at the box here, just 360. This is actually a sleeve that goes over the box, and not actually the box itself. Real quickly, remove the sleeve, and just show you the real box now. So here's the front of it, and here are the backs of the box. All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy open so we can check him out. Cotton gloves, and it's just because the chrome on this guy loves to pick up fingerprints. Now, the contents inside the box. So there are 3 trays that come with this guy, stacked in 2 different layers. So one of the trays is actually the base pieces. So these are all the pieces that create the weapons rack. And then the second tray that's on the second level is just added ammunition or added weapon racks for the sides of the lions, and then some swords that can connect, and then these are the plates that you can connect to the weapons rack. So there's 2 different plates. There's the Japanese Go Lion, and then the Voltron plate right here. I don't know if you can see that very well, but those are side by side and stacked on top of this, which is all of your lions in here, along with your sword. And then underneath here is your shield, and then all the weapons that go in the lions' mouths. All right, so let's go ahead and get these guys up on the turntable so we can take a look at them. All right, so we're going to take a look at the individual lions, starting off with their order number, or their number order. We'll go black, red, green, blue, and then yellow. All right, so first off, we have Black Lion. Now, they do come with stickers so that you can individually number them on here. I just haven't put those on there yet. There are tons and tons of features on these things. Okay, and for the Black Lion, he has a few accessories. He has this mouth weapon right here. And then he has his 2 cannons. 2 shoulder-mounted cannons that just basically will tab in right here on his shoulders. Okay. All right, and then to insert this into his mouth, there's supposed to be... Oh, okay. So if you take a look at it, in here, there's just 2 indentions, and those go where kind of the teeth are. So if we flip this guy upside down, open that up, you'll see that this will come and slide in where those teeth are right there. And then you just close this up like that. And he's all armored up with all of his weapons. He does have, if you saw, he does have a missile inside of his mouth. I'm not 100% sure if that is actually able to, if you're able to move that up and down. I think that you can. It looks like it's jointed. I just haven't been able to move it myself, because I always, whenever I move that, then it always pops the head down. So for articulation in this guy's mode, there's a couple of things here with the, here, let's move this out of his mouth so that just doesn't fall down. So as we saw before, his mouth opens and closes. It's a little bit better if you have the head upside down for some reason. The face, like if you have this upside down and you open this up, the head doesn't want to pop up. So see, there's the missile that I was telling you about. I think it's just molded into the plastic. I don't think you can actually do anything with it. So that opens and closes. You come here to the front shoulders and see how it's pulled out like this. So you can pull this out or push that out also to make different gaits on the legs. Is there a twist? So I think that you can twist. No, not really. It doesn't seem like it. It feels, I feel it moving. I just don't know if it actually goes or not. Now you have ratcheting joints here, a ball joint for the foot, the bottom of the foot, right there. Now you come to the back and you have kind of an accordion type waist thing here. You can twist. Come here to the waist, twist, ratchet, and once again a little ratchet here on the foot, on the bottom foot, and then it's a ball joint right here so that you can move it all different directions. The head, come back to the head. You have a tilt here. You have up and down here. So you turn up and down. I think is there a side-to-side movement? Maybe a little bit. So that's about it for his articulation. He does have a sit mode, and I did not show that earlier. So to do that, you just flip these back. It showed this coming forward. I don't know how to actually do this. It's really weird. Oh, okay. That detaches right there. That detaches to allow him to sit. Huh. Okay, so then you got to bring this up. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, that's the first time I've done that. All right. There you go. So he does have a sit mode. All right. All right, so here's a little red lion, and he has a couple of accessories. So he has this little missile launcher, and then this little laser gun, and then this is his blade weapon, his mouth blade weapon. All right, so to put these on, they're just going to go tab onto his shoulders like this. The laser goes on this side. Okay. And this piece also flips up. Let's see if I can get this to flip up. And then his little weapon right here, it will tab into the top of his mouth. So you can just open up his mouth. Let's flip this under or around so that you can see this. You see that there's a little laser gun. You want to move that out of the way. And his little teeth are sharp, so be careful. All right, so once that's tabbed on, then close the mouth. And there he goes. Now the legs, see he's already in his seated position here. So basically, whenever you receive the lions, they're just kind of like this. And you want to then twist the waist so that you can put that out. And then the legs, they do push in and out. So if you see that, basically all you have to do is just grab it back here, pull these out. So both the front and back legs do that. And then for his articulation, let's close this up and we'll remove this weapon. So we'll start off at the head. And at the head, we have a little joint here that lets him move his head up and down, and then to turn it side to side. Come here to the legs, and you have a ball joint. Oops, I bumped that. You have a ball joint right here at the shoulder. Then there is a like an elbow joint, and then a wrist joint, and then another little extra joint that they have in here at the wrist is the ability to move the leg side to side like this also. And that's the same for both front and back legs. Then the tail is just on this little ratchet right here with a ball joint. Then you have this ratchet right here that will move at both sections. It'll move right here. I think this actually ratchets at 2 different parts. No, it's just one part right there. But this does move a little bit in here. This moves a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. But that will move a little bit. All right, and then you have a twist here, and then another twist back here. So all kinds of movement in these little bitty guys. All right, so let's go ahead and check out green now. All right, so for this little green lion, we have his mouth blade, along with this little laser thing. I don't remember what they called this, but it's supposed to be a little laser thing. It looks like a shield to me, but it goes on this shoulder over here. And then we have this little cannon right here also, and it'll go on this shoulder. And then he also has a little piece that comes up right here too. So to go ahead and connect these on, you see that they are slotted. So they just slot right into the to the leg, and you just want to pull those legs back out if you accidentally push them in. And this one will go. Does this turn? Huh. I think this probably turns. So this will slide into. Yeah, it does. Okay. And then for his little weapon, his little mouth weapon, I'm gonna flip this upside down, and we want to open up his mouth, and you'll see that he has these little cannons once again, these little mouth cannons. You want to push those out of the way so that you can get access to the slot. You slide it underneath his mouth and close that right back up. And then there he goes with all of his weapons on. So pretty cool. I do enjoy that. And basically his articulation is going to be the same as the red. So with both the legs, they're both the same. And with both of the arms, they are both the same. So go ahead and put him into a standing position. There you go. It's Green Lion, ready to go. All right, now the legs are a little bit bigger. All right, and he comes with a few weapons himself. So he comes with his mouth blade, and then these missile pods, and some kind of laser cannon. So to get these on, you just want to tab them into the side of his arms, and these are just round pegs that you can peg in. His arms do push in, but they'll pop right back out. All right, and I don't remember if he has anything. Yeah, he does. So you pull that up. He's got that little weapon right there hidden on his backpack. And then for his blade for his mouth, you just want to pry open the mouth, and he does have a missile underneath there. You just want to tab that onto the underside of his mouth. And there you go. So he's got all of his little weapons out, ready for action, ready to slay some roe beasts. So for the articulation for this guy, we'll start off at the head. You saw that the mouth opened and closed. The head goes up and down. It's kind of on a ball joint, so you can make it go left and right. The head will actually go up and down because of the transformation. Now these can slide out. They just kind of slid right back in. All right. So he's in a seated position. We'll go ahead and put him up into a normal standing position. And you can hear the ratchet joints on this guy. So he's got ratchet joints at the knees. Now hip swivels and the feet swivels aren't ratcheted, but he does have this ability back here to move his legs in and out. If you see, let me get that on camera here so you can see that. You can move them in and out. He can go like that. He can go like that. He can do all kinds of stuff with that. Oh, and I missed this on the foot. The foot can also twist, so you can see the foot twist. And basically it does the same thing for both sides. So you see that he has a wide type of gait right here. If you open this up, you can open that shoulder up. You can get a wide stance. Instead of just being uptight in there, you can go out like that and get a wide stance. Now, for his front legs, it's basically the same as his back legs. You got this right here. Let me see if I can get that on camera. You have this right here, and then a twist on the front paw. Okay. All right, so I think we're just about ready for our last lion, our yellow lion. All right, and the yellow lion comes with his mouth blade, then this missile launcher, and the missile launcher goes on this side, and then you have this shield with these missiles in it that go on this side. And the way to just put these on, it's the same way. This just kind of tabs into here. Oops. Okay. And then the shield, be careful because these little spikes are a little pointy. It's not staying on there too well. It's just not tabbing in. I can feel them popping out. Yeah, I just don't know if they move. Now for his mouthpiece. Come on. I don't have any fingernails whenever I use these gloves. Let's see if I can be smart here. Maybe I can push this back. Just enough. And he has a missile in his mouth also. You can see it right there. And then to tab in his blade, just on the side of his mouth right there. Oops, this thing wants to keep popping off. And his little weapon that's already attached is this right here, and you can already see it. It just kind of goes up and down like that. Oh, so the yellow lions, his articulation is pretty much the same as the blue lions, but something that I didn't bring up before is the tail. The tail's on a ball joint, so you can flip it around if you want it raised. If you want it down, you can flip it around this way, and it's on a ball joint, and it's on a pivot. So you got all kinds of range of motion with that tail also. So start out with the base plate, and we'll choose a plate. We'll go ahead and use the Voltron plate. slide that into place, just like that. These two plates, this one, along with this one, and then this plate right here also. So these are actually on the wrong side. They attach like so. And then this plate attaches right here. Like so. All right, we'll put that to the side. So our shield goes here, and then we have an extra faceplate that we can use. It's a like a screaming faceplate that you can put in there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move back a little bit. There you go. So we have that screaming faceplate, and that just supposed to sit right here. Okay. There we go. And then once we do that, then we can take this, put this on top. Just like so. And then the rest of our weapons go on here. So we haven't gotten to these yet, but these will go right here. I don't know if it goes like this or like this, but yeah. And this one goes here. Oh, they're the wrong ways around. Okay, so this one goes down here. I don't know why that really matters. That one goes down there, and then this one goes up here. Alright, and then the next weapon is Yellow Lion's weapon. Tabs in right there. Blue. Green. Red. And black. And black clips in because he doesn't have a peg to tag in or to tab in. And then our sword, our blazing sword, goes right here. There we go, just like that. And then we're going to turn to one of the sides. Some of the weapons then start tabbing into the side panels. So both of our Yellow Lion weapons tab in here, and if you take a look, you can see a silhouette. Okay. And then this piece tabs in right here. These don't really tab in, they just kind of slide in there and they don't want to stay. These very easily fall out. Okay, and then the shield handle then attaches right here. Now the shield handle, this piece does turn on it. Oops. This piece does turn on it, so you can turn that piece. And tab that. Oops. Did that turn on me? Yeah, that turned on me. That's a little hard to peg in. Ay, 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 ay. These gloves are making it really hard. I'll have to worry about any chrome, so let's try this. No, this is just a hard piece to plug in. There we go. All right, so it's plugged in. Twist that to the side. All right, now with that on, go ahead and twist this around. And these two weapons will actually tab onto here. So, okay, that one and that one. Okay, everything's still on there. Now the last panel is where all the small weapons go to and the Black Lion's cannons go to. So you can see that right there. All right, so basically all you got to do, like before, is just take a look at the way the panels look on here, and these will just tab into there. Okay, and then one more piece. That piece goes like that, and then we just turn this around. And this slides into the back. We'll just put these right back on. And there's the weapon rack for Voltron. Now, I wish they would have done something like this for the Megazord, so that you had some place to put everything. But I do really like this, and I like that they did do this for Vehicle Force Voltron also. So, well, now that we have all this done, let's go ahead and form Voltron. All right, so first off, we're going to start with the feet and the blue lion. All right, so first things, we'll go ahead and move his head up. This piece right here needs to be pulled out. This is kind of the heel support. And this will come up to about here, and that'll go like that. And you just want to look at where this is, and it makes a horizontal line for the foot. And then we'll go and take these pieces, and we'll go ahead and push these in, and they'll stay in because that head is raised up. If you go ahead and bring the head back down, oops, so the head does pop off. It's a feature, and it pops off on all of them except for the Black Lion. So that'll kind of happen every once in a while. Let me get this tabbed in there. Okay. All right. So you just bring this down, and I'll show you from this angle so you'll be able to see those pop out. But see, those pop out just like that. And then when you bring this up, then you can lock them into place, and then bring it back down. It pops back in. All right. So close that up. Bring this piece out like this. We're going to make a line for the ground. So it looks about, and that keeps bending. That looks probably about right. So then we'll just even out these feet to stabilize it. Just like that. Bring in these will push in also. All right, and once you have that done, then we're going to bring this closer. We'll flip down the tail, take this piece right here, flip this out. This piece right here will flip down into here. So we push that down into there and you hear that click. Well, the way to bring that back up is on the inside of the leg, there's a panel, a little button right there. You can see that. Push that. And then if you grab this hook right here, let me push that in over on this side so you can see a little bit easier. So if you push that in, then you can grab here and then you can lift that back up. All right, so there's the blue lion leg. Now onto yellow lion. And we'll do the same thing with this guy. This one will be a little bit easier to see because it's yellow. All right, so I'm going to make this parallel with the ground. Looks pretty good right there. All right, so once that's done, then we'll bring these forward. We'll go ahead and push them in. All right, and then we just want to come down here, line all those up. Yeah, that doesn't look right, so we're going to bring it forward just a little bit. All right, push these in. And then we're going to do the same thing with this. Tails are already in there. So we'll bring this back, push this in, clip it, and then its button is on the opposite side, so it's right there. All right, we'll put that right there. Okay, now go ahead and move on to the red and green lion. So first up was just go ahead and do the red lion. So we'll push that head in, bring down the tail, push all these feet in and the legs in. For some reason, mine don't want to stay in whenever I push on them. For some reason, they kind of spring back out, and I don't know why. These don't have any springs on them or anything. I don't know why it's doing that. Now, it does have a double elbow feature, and I'll show that. And we'll get this set up so that it correctly utilizes that. But we'll go ahead and flip this forward, and then there's that double elbow right there. So if you were to just regularly bend this at the elbow, you get about that much of an angle of the arm. But if you pull this out, bend this up, and then you get a little bit more than 90 degrees on that elbow. So, all right, so we got a red lion right there and green lion. So basically the same thing. Push that in, and we'll fold up all these feet nice and flat up against the body. This will flip in also like that. Push the head in. Then we're going to expose that double elbow so we can figure out where we need that to go. There you go. There you go. And close that back up. All right, we got the green lion right here. All right, so now let's go ahead and bring in the black lion, because this is pretty much the big guy, and this is where everything comes together at. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and push this in together. So collapse that waist in, bring this up, and we'll flip this tail in. And that tail will kind of hold it and keep it from the waist extending again. And the next thing you want to do is we'll come to these arms, these front arms. There's a panel that's on the top right here, and you can bring that open, and when you flip this up into there, then you can close that, and it'll hide those arms. So do that again, like that. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. All right, and then this will flip around like so. And there are little latches that you can push these in, and it'll hold these. It generally will hold them, but they push in. They push in some. So whenever you are messing with it, if you mess around with it enough, these things will push in. I wish that they would have had some kind of locking mechanism, but it does not do that. And then also, if you pull the arm forward, you'll get this, and that will actually, You have to push it in all the way to then get it to stick. So, all right, so we'll bring these down, bring the legs, extend them all the way out, just like that. And you'll see that there's some little plastic pieces right here, and there are some plastic pieces right there, and that's how they lock into the legs. So let's go ahead and bring the legs in. We'll push the arms down for right now. So with the legs, sometimes you can go ahead and just push them in all the way, but sometimes they get stuck. The best way to put this in is to actually push the release button that's on the back. So if you push that release button, it'll go in usually nice and neat. All right, so it's all the way in. You can tell that it's all the way in because the lion will line up with the with this piece right here, with this gray thigh piece. And so for once you get that in, then you can go ahead and close up the panel. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing for this lion, the yellow lion. We're pushing the button that's in the back here, so that it helps slide in a little bit easier. But this yellow lion, he gives me a little bit of problems every once in a while. So let's try this a little bit differently. Let's get our thumbs in there. There we go. All right. So then once that's done, bring that panel up so that it covers up everything and holds everything in place. All right, now to attach the arms, we'll just go ahead and bring this camera a little bit higher up. All right, so now that we're up here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these little fins, bring these down, bring them up, then they will come out to here, just like that. All right. So now that is all lined up, now we're gonna bring in the arms for the lion arms. Now the tail just automatically goes in there, but since it is on a ball joint, sometimes it will fall out, but it easily comes out. You just kind of have to shake it out a little bit and it'll come out. All right, now we'll do the same with this green lion. And there we have some arms. This green lion, for some reason, this arm is not very shiny. It's got a little bit of a dull on it. Now take the head, push that down as far as it will go. Open up the mouth. And we'll bring the head down like that. And we'll open up the ears. And there we have Voltron in robot mode. Very sweet looking. Very sweet looking. So let's take a look at his weapons real quick. He has a couple of weapon sets. So you have these little short swords right here. Now you can dual wield them individually, or you can tab them together, where it makes a kind of a double-bladed sword. So let's take a 360 look at him real quick. But that's not usually what he uses in the show. What he normally uses in the show is his blazing sword. So if you have a little bit of issue tabbing him into that, so you can pull this off. That comes off real easily. And then what you want to do is, just like with his little mouth blade. Dang it, I'm stuck. Let go, kitty. All right, you'll go ahead and tab this into the top of his mouth like that, and close it up. And then this will tab, the guard will tab right back on in place. All right, and then for the shield, it's basically the same thing, where you want to take and place this in the green lion's mouth. Kind of push those guns down, and then this will tab in to the top of his mouth also. So we'll see if I can figure out where that tab is. Okay. All right. Looks like that's all tabbed in. And then this piece right here actually spins, so it's really good use of that. And what we'll do is there's a hole right there, and all you got to do is just tab that on to this. So he can hold the shield like this. He can hold the shield out in front of him. Doesn't really matter. So that's really cool. So let's real quickly take a look at articulation. So starting off in the head, right, left, up and down, down, up. The arms, twist, up and down, elbow, and swivel above the elbow, swivel below the elbow, elbow joint, extend for double elbow joint, wrist, hands, waist, hips forward and back, out to the side, hindered, twist, knee, feet tilt. Now, I did say that I was going to have some size comparison pictures with him and the Megazord, but man, this thing is large, it's heavy, he gets out of frame, and I don't think that I would be able to do very good justice, so I'll just have some of those up in my Instagram. So if you go and take a look at my Instagram, I'll have some pictures up there sometime soon. Other than that, hopefully you enjoyed this video review of Soul Chogokin GX-71 Voltron. Thanks so much to everyone that supports the channel. If you'd like to have your name added to the list of supporters, please go to patreon.com/Tambeyoda.